What's up, y'all? Your boy Kuya, my man Sean Mongold, Webster Style, NRW, KayFabeyBaby, back in full effect. And yeah, let's salute the new champ, our new Intercontinental champ. You see him on the screen, Jey Uso. Proud of that man, bruh. Let's start with that. Let's kick that off. That's to me the kind of the coolest thing to happen, man. They did it on regular TV. It wasn't a PLE. We gave the belt to Mr. Main Event, Jey Uso. How y'all feeling about that, man? Let's go around.
Shocked, man. Like,
I don't think it takes nothing away from Braun Breaker. A lot of people complaining about that.
No,
Braun gonna have his belts.
Hell no.
Braun gonna have his belts.
Hell no. And like, I think, man, I can't remember. Like, we have so many conversations. I can't remember if we kind of talked through this, the possibility of this, because like Braun's young. Like Braun, there's ways to protect Braun and make him look strong. Like, even though dropping this belt, but in a way, like I understand people's frustration because it did seem like he possibly was like a transitionary champion a little bit. Like they didn't want to give Jey the title from Sammy because of their dynamic, right? Because of their kind of their togetherness, their possible tag team, and like the possible inevitable bloodline Usi kind of come together. So like they're like, well, what can we do in the meantime? Oh, Braun Breaker, like have him take it off of Sammy and then let him run for a month and kind of get in people's faces, and then Jey can take it off of Braun. So I think this was probably planned for a minute. But it did give me hey, this was kind of like he was a transitionary champion. I don't think it hurt him. Like, it was a good match. And I think he still looks strong coming off of it. And the way that they've been building up Jey is he is a main eventer. So it doesn't hurt anything that he lost to Jey. But also, I'm just glad that it brought back like surprise title.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, because it's been title changes have only been on PLEs for so long now, it seems, that this was like a random, like it wasn't even like a season premiere, but this is what I found out, it was in California, which is where Jey's from. So it kind of makes sense that he won it in California. I absolutely loved it. I love the match. I love that he's getting his flowers. I hope he gets a good long run with it, but like there's obviously stories I want to get into later on, but I'll let Eldon. How did you feel? I don't want to take up too much time.
No, good. I was happy about it, much like you said, shocked, surprised. But this is one of the things we talked about many times when we've talked about it, going back to the old days where you never know what's going to happen. Titles change at any given time, and it's not that predictability is gone. And I think that's one of the things that we really talked about, especially you think about like the Intercontinental battles between like Rock and Triple H, even like when Attitude Era, when they were in the mix, you had the big events, but titles changed all the time and nobody looked weak for it. So that's why when people talk about, oh, Braun looks weak, no, he had a good run. He lost in a good, clean match. He's to come back and be even worse, i.e., he's going to be running through people and be pissed. That's great character development, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pat.
No. Go ahead.
So here's what I'm thinking. Kind of, my brain went crazy when this happened. I was like, oh shit. I was like, so much is going on. Like, fucking Cody has the belt, the Roman thing. Like, we had the cool cinematography, like cinematographic, in the stadium, Cody and Roman having that little talk. That was intense. It was corny, but intense. It was like Fast and Furious vibes a little bit. Like,
we can pause on that. I thought that was super dope. And I'm looking forward to, the Netflix, everything now that they're doing.
Yes.
Amazing, bro. That was great. That was cinema.
You're in my way in life. I was like, bruh.
What?
Right.
Clench my pearls.
That shit was fire, bro. That was fire.
But with that being said, and all this shit of bad blood happening, and Survivor Series is on the cusp, like at the end of November, which is War Games. Zilla Vatu got taken off of GCW. They're about to bring him in. I really think that Zilla is going to come out, probably go.
They're saying AEW, bro. That's what I also saw.
I mean, he really wants to be with Jacob. Like I've been listening to some of his podcasts, and he just hypes up Jacob so much. So like I can't see him going anywhere that Jacob's not. But at the same time, for my idea to work, I feel like no, it doesn't. Like I feel like here's what I want to happen. I want Roman and Cody to be this thing, and I want to continue all the way to War Games, because then it's like, oh, we have this War Games cage match. It's going to be the de facto bloodline versus Roman Reigns, Cody, Jey, and Sammy. Now, Sammy gets the world title belt. Jey, Sammy, and Cody all have belts. Roman does not. And I love that dynamic because all of them have been around Roman when he was champion, and they had nothing. And now he's the one with nothing, and they're coming to his aid, and they're all champions. I love that. I mean, of course, Sammy would have to beat Gunther, which has happened before. You know what I mean? And I don't know how people would feel about Sammy beating Gunther for the world championship, but for that story, that story to play out how I think it should play out, Sammy needs to win that belt. You know, because like, you know, we talked a lot about like, you know, oh, do people need belts and this, that, and the other? And it's just like, no, did Jey necessarily need a belt? I don't think so. I think he was so over.
Yeah.
I don't know if a belt necessarily put him more over. You know, I guess we're going to find out next Raw.
Yeah.
And see how crazy it is. But I mean, this crowd went apeshit when he won it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they went off. Like it was crazy. Yeah. But also they're in California. So it's just like, was it just because it was in California? That's where Jay's from. Like, you know, hometown hero advantage.
When we went to SmackDown, the pop that would have happened in every stadium. Jey was so over. I mean, for real. It doesn't matter where they would have been at. The exact same thing would happen.
Right.
Did you see how lit they were overseas? I think that's where WWE really saw like fuck. Because I forgot it was you know, Belfast,
France or Germany. Which one?
And it was going off. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was France, Scotland, or
Germany.
Yeah. All of the above.
Yeah, they went really. I mean, France was insane. Like that crowd was they had issues within the city of France. They were just like, bro, y'all are too loud. Like, do not come back here. And like they were too loud that night. But yeah, no, I'm really happy for him. I'm curious to see what he does with it. I hope he has a good long run. I know he deserves it. I just, like I said, I don't think his character needed it, but I'm happy that he has it.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see what his character does with it, right? Like, you know, it's like the thing, like CM Punk doesn't need a belt. Like they're making a damn bracelet, the damn near, you know, championship belt. You know what I mean? Like certain people just don't need the belt. Like it doesn't elevate them, in my opinion. And I'm curious to see what it does with Jey. I'm not saying it won't elevate him. I'm just saying like his character was so over. I don't think he necessarily needed it.
Yeah.
But you also, you know, you have to give the payoff to the fan. You know, the fans of Jey Uso. So I'm glad I'm glad we got the payoff, and I'm glad Jey got the belt.
Yeah. So are we excited with some of this build up towards Bad Blood with, you know, like we said, the cinematic breakdown between Cody and Roman, man? Like,
absolutely.
I'm curious what other storylines we're gonna get leading up and how they're gonna mix it up.
That's the drama. Like, you know, like I forgot what we were talking about. I think it was obviously, like, you know, we're still doing the podcast, and we were just like, man, this level of acting, this level of drama that we were getting back with the Bloodline and the Usi thing, like when that was going down, it was just great. You know, it was just good drama, good content. And I feel like with Roman back and now being like this, I don't know, crazy baby face, like everyone's digging him because everyone hates Solo so much because he's the worst motherfucker ever. But I also find it really funny. Like, I never knew the Samoan Spike was Umaga's thing.
Oh, really?
I never knew that.
I didn't think about that like that. Yeah.
And he is not Umaga's son.
Well, Samoan cats,
Jacob,
you see the other
Jacob
wrestlers,
is.
you could be a fan of
Or
somebody
no,
else.
Zilla.
Yeah.
Zilla is Umaga's son. Jacob's not.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, no. But yeah, so I thought that was fun. But like, I never really understood it, and now I understand it. Like going back and like watching some old things and seeing Umaga tape up the thumb and everything and do the spike. I'm like, okay, that's why it's such a prolific thing. It's because it's such a callback
Yeah.
to Umaga, and it never clicked for me until I rewatched some like old school shit and saw Umaga, and I was like, wait, he's about to do Samoan Spike? Oh shit, he did. I was like, okay, now it makes sense. But yeah, no, I'm happy for Bad Blood. I'm very excited. I don't know what else is on the card. I don't know.
Yeah, they haven't really pushed too much. I know we're still having more of the Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley stuff going down.
Oh, they just announced the Shark Cage match.
So yeah.
Dom's going to be in a shark cage above the ring for Rhea versus Liv, which
it's fun, man.
It's fun.
But, it's fun.
Like part of me is just like, why are we centering a dude in the women's title? I just can't stand Liv, y'all.
We all know you don't like Liv, bro.
Week after week, I'm like, let me give it a shot, and then it's just like you just don't know. I'm just like,
bro, I will take Liv every day 24/7 over Alexa Bliss.
Ooh.
Oh, most definitely.
Did you see the Lily doll?
Bro, come on now. That's who I couldn't stand, Alexa Bliss. I'm sure she's a great person, all of that, but just I never got into her. Liv, man, they had a whole thing with her taking pain. Just man, come on, Sean, come on.
No, I'm the opposite, man. Like I can't stand Alexa in the ring, just like I can't stand Liv. I actually didn't mind Alexa's promos. Like I thought she was a hell of a lot better of a promo than Liv. Liv doesn't know how to talk. And it's just like, it's so cookie cutter and it's so scripted that you can just see like Rhea just eats her up. I'm sorry. Like you put such a
Rhea's
good
phenomenal,
promo
man.
person. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's Rhea Ripley. Come on now.
I know, but also Rhea is a lot younger and more inexperienced than Liv. Liv is a veteran technically now. And Rhea is eating her up. Like, I'm not saying Rhea's new by any means. Like, she's technically a veteran too, but Liv has been around a lot longer than Rhea. So I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying the shit that I think of in my head. But yeah, no, I don't know if you peeped it. The Lily doll did make an appearance, on the Raw. I think it showed up behind, Liv backstage in one of her promos.
Okay.
So there is
rumors, slow roll out, come back.
And I don't really care. I don't care. I want new people. You know what I mean? Like, Rhea needs a challenger. God damn it. And right now, I don't see a challenge. I see Io Sky, but like they have her tied up in that tag division shit, which I don't mind it. I love her and Kyrie together, but like Io is just so fucking good. Same with Bianca, tied up in the tag team, so fucking good as a singles competitor. But like they just took the title and put it on Liv, and they're like, we're not going to be able to do anything with this title because we don't want Liv to beat all these strong people. So we're just going to make them forget about the singles titles and push them to the tag division, you know, so we can protect them and protect Liv until Rhea beats that ass. And it's just like one match Liv has done since she's kept that belt outside of Rhea. Can you name one?
No.
See?
Off the top of my head, nah.
Tamina? No.
Tamina?
No. Hold up. What's her name? The girls, the fluid, the whatchamacallit. You know what?
Nia Jax? No, not Nia.
No.
Champion of SmackDown.
It'll come to me. But let's transition. Okay. Can we talk about the best women's wrestling going on right now is occurring and will be occurring with more because they're all rolling in now at NXT, sir.
Yo.
Let's talk about Julia. Let's talk about the Prodigy, Roxanne, and now Stephanie Vaquer with that little showpiece recently. Can we Webster style?
Bruh, I'm just like,
they got the Avengers of women's wrestling at NXT.
And where's Lash and where's the other people that we ain't seen in a minute?
Bro,
like their roster is so damn stacked, it's ridiculous.
Man,
Jada Parker, Miss Parker,
Miss
Didn't
Parker,
Jada just
brother.
fight Roxy?
Yes, she did, and
yes, she did.
and barely, but respects on bruh. They have such a phenomenal, women talent right now. Like, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah,
How you feeling about that,
I think
Sean?
they're putting themselves into a hole. They're getting way too many people.
That is true
And
too. They've got a lot of people.
People are going to drown in that roster unless
Yeah.
they shove them up to the main roster. But like we've all seen what happens when they shove people too quickly to the main roster, they get lost as well. That's what happened with Bronson Reed for so long.
Right. They had to bring Lyra Valkyria back down to NXT.
Yeah, to go against old girl. What's her name? Fucking or no,
Wendy Chu and Rosemary.
Yeah, teamed up with
Paxley. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like I think she's still doing her like trios thing with Zelina and Natty, I think it is, which is very interesting against PFC.
That's still a thing?
It's still a thing. Like I said,
okay.
they're literally trying to do stuff outside of the women's singles title because Liv has it tied up. And nothing else makes sense. And they always do that shit, man. They always do this. And it's so frustrating because Lyra should not be stuck in that situation by any means. I'm not mad about the Bianca thing because I think Bianca and Jade I think they're a great team. I think they look amazing together. And I think that's really good for Jade to have that experience. But Lyra being with Natty and Zelina, I love Zelina down. Like I wish Zelina got like a better push after her Queen of the Ring run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like she's fun to watch. Like that and that's what I'm saying. Like I know it's hard as like a more like petite person to wrestle because as we go back to the Becky Lynch thing and saying how hard it is to like not completely ragdoll someone because you don't want to make them look completely, not strong, right? But Zelina's like up there doing her Karanas, like doing moves, like knows how to wrestle. Whereas I don't see that from Liv. I'm sorry, I don't see that kind of energy and that kind of athleticism from Liv. I don't. But like it could be there, but like I don't know. But I would love to see Zelina in more of a singles role. But also when you have monsters like Rhea, like is Zelina ever going to win a title like that when the Rheas of the world and the Nayas like hold the championships? You know what I mean? Like
yeah, true.
So it's kind of rough.
Yeah, but back to my point, how are you feeling about the NXT with Stephanie and Julia and all of that?
But
you're saying it's just a lot for right now over at NXT.
I'm happy for it. Like I think it's great. But I like what Eldon was saying. Where's Lash? Like where are all the people that we were watching before Stephanie came over, before Julia came over? It's just like I understand like the thought process of WWE. Like they don't want to just send people straight to main roster, but Julia and fucking Stephanie Valkyrie, like they don't need to be in NXT, man. Like,
they should have been a straight
to
the main roster. Yeah,
straight to the main roster, in my opinion. Like it's cool that you're giving experience, especially to like the younger women who've never been to the Indies. Who WWE probably scouted because they're fitness models or cheerleaders or whatever the hell, and they get that experience with people who have the indie experience, right? So that's good and it's right, but like they could have done both.
Yeah.
They could have done both.
Gotcha.
But we'll see. I'm excited for it. Like, NXT is great. I need to catch back up with it. I've been kind of missing out. It's just so much to watch.
Very true. All right, let's throw it around some other things. I have a couple, and then I'll throw it to you guys if you have anything. Just real quick, I guess one I'll throw out there is, did you all see? I don't know if it was yesterday or today. It might have been today. When I was on the wrestling socials, the Twitter, all that. The Bucks and Shane McMahon, they took a picture together.
Yep.
Apparently, we're on the same plane.
Yep.
Do we think there's more to that?
Of course.
What do you think, Sean?
Yes. Absolutely.
There's been the grumblings.
Fucking lootly. I think so. Especially.
Oh, hello, guys. Are we frozen? Oh, there we go. We froze for a second. Go ahead, man. You're good. We're good.
Yeah, especially now since the McMahon family name's not significantly linked to WWE anymore since Vince sold it. And it's now like a TKO property. Like, I don't think there's anything against that. You know what I mean? Especially with the McMahon documentary that just came out, which we can talk about a little bit later. But yeah, I think there's a possibility he goes to AEW, and I think that does kind of stir some shit up. You know, I would love to see if like, the whole Moxley thing and like they're kind of, we're coming to take over is helmed by Shane.
Mm. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah,
Any thoughts on that, Eldon?
it's too many coincidences. Look, there are too many planes in the world for people from AEW keep showing up on planes with Shane. I'm just saying that it's
Yeah.
too many planes. That's
Very
yeah.
true.
I mean, I think it would be cool. Definitely a shift, and honestly, it gives a bit of credibility to AEW from the eyes of the non-wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And
All
then
right. Well, there's mine. Well, Sean, you got something that's been interesting going on in wrestling right now?
there's a bunch, like I said, you got the McMahon documentary that came out. I'm about like
Yeah.
three
Let's go in
episodes
on
in.
that. I haven't had a chance to see it. I saw your wife checked it out a little bit, and
Yeah, we watched a couple episodes.
shout out to Maki. But she said
Yeah.
it's a lot of that we already know, so that's a little sad to
Yeah.
hear. But I'm
So
excited to still see it.
so here's the thing. It's a lot of stuff that we already know.
Okay.
But they have specific interviews from Vince himself,
Okay.
whereas all the other documentaries did not. It was people interviews around him, but this was supposed to be originally this was supposed to obviously be about the McMahon legacy.
Mm.
And I guess like right when they started filming it is when all the other new allegations started coming out. So I think the documentary kind of shifted.
And
And
they're
I
like,
think
"Fuck you, Vince. We gonna
I,
tell all the doo doo, all
well,
the
I
dirt."
mean, the thing was is like a lot of the things is like sometimes he says things
True.
and it's just like, bro, like you're trying to cover your ass, but like you're just sounding so fucking vile
Mm.
and heinous.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea how that just made you sound. Like talking
True.
about like the rape allegations against like the woman ref, I forgot her name, and he was just like, oh, that was consensual sex, and this, that, and the other, and then like, also, I mean, she brought it up at a point that was like past the statute of limitation anyway, so
Yeah, I saw that.
why does it even matter at this point? I'm just like, bro, like you literally just admitted it.
Tell it. Yeah.
Like, bro, like just the heinous shit. Like he literally just says some truly like you have no soul. Like you made a
Yeah.
deal with the devil. That's why your old ass is still walking around with your perked up lips. Like, bro, like insane looking, drawn on eyebrows and all. Like, dude, like
Yeah.
it's insane. I can't wait to watch the rest of it. Apparently, the last episode's like the big like bombshell, like crazy shit going on.
How many episodes is it?
I think it's 6.
Okay.
It's like 6 hour and 5 minute long episodes. But
Okay.
like the first 3 is just like how Vince became Vince and how he got this shit from his dad, who his dad was, and just like how WrestleMania 1 was such a huge success, 2 was a flop, 3 was a success. So it kind of goes through that, and then like all the allegations in between the first 3 WrestleManias. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, and like of course they have everybody on there, and they got this reporter on there who just used to dog walk Vince in the paper, and Vince fucking hated that man. So that you had like interposing like interviews of like that guy talking, being like Vince is a heinous fucking creep, this and the other, and then Vince being like that guy just had it out for me for some reason, I don't know why, and but like nothing he says is true anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just like, this is hilarious. Like, oh my
Mm.
God. And then for whatever reason, they have Hulk Hogan talking a bunch in there. The fucking
Fuck
leather
Hulk Hogan.
couch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, other than that, I mean, Grand Slam was last night. I don't know if y'all caught that. MVP showed up.
Yeah. That was gonna
Right.
be another one of the things I was gonna throw at y'all. How do y'all feel about MVP? And Bobby Lashley is a free agent, though. What do you think about him bringing, the Hurt Business back there. Well, obviously they can't call it the Hurt Business because WWE
Hurt
probably owns
Syndicate.
that. But what do you think about them doing that at AEW? That sounds pretty dope. And then they have the whole thing with Swerve and Nana, and with the MVP coming out during the Nana thing and trying to choose.
Yeah,
I'm hype on that.
I am too on the idea,
but there's a but there.
But just to bring back MVP, to me, wasn't that big of a pop. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't just like, holy shit! Like, if Bobby actually came out and like fucking wrecked Nana, and then MVP came out, that would have gotten the pop.
Yeah.
But just MVP kind of strolling out like a villain, with his cane and shit. I was just like, all right. I mean, we kind of knew this was coming. And it wasn't really that big of a, like, he didn't attack Prince Nana. He just kind of like, talked some shit and was just like, give Swerve my business card if he wants true management. But like they did trademark Hurt Syndicate, so Hurt Business is probably going to be Hurt Syndicate. It would be cool, obviously, to see Bobby out there, Shelton Benjamin. Cedric Alexander did just re-sign with WWE, so he won't be a part of it. So most likely just be MVP. And maybe Big Hobbs will be a part of it.
Yeah, I saw on that he was watching the whole segment with them both.
So I would like that. Like, fucking just to have like
that would be dope. Bobby and Hobbs?
Bobby, Hobbs, and Shelton Benjamin. Bro, that is an unstoppable force. That is a trios force to be reckoned with.
Bro,
if they went for the trios champs, whoever the fuck it is right now, I can't remember. Pac, Claudio, and fucking Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, sorry. They'll get destroyed. Yeah.
They're getting wrecked. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, the Grand Slam just wasn't, to me, it wasn't shit, man. I'm sorry. It's kind of mediocre for a Grand Slam. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so quick after All Out and all the, there's just been they need to build.
Too much. They did All In, then All Out, and then Grand Slam, and then now they're about, I think next week or the week after, they're doing their like 5th year anniversary Dynamite. They're trying to do too many special things back to back to back to back, and it's just like,
it's a lot.
Yeah, man, you're doing too much. I think, like, you're trying to do these great grandiose things, and I don't think it reads well. I don't think it's coming off right. So we'll see. And I know there's been speculation about Britt, people being mad at Britt still. Yeah, man. There's a bunch of stuff I heard, and like apparently she's mad that Mercedes has her own locker room, but like Mercedes isn't the first person to have her own locker room. You know what I mean? Like, Brandy and Cody had their own locker rooms. The Bucks have their own locker rooms. CM Punk has his own locker room. Jade has her own locker room. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, she's trying to like pick fights with people, it seems like, apparently. And then
it's always, and that's been coming off as her MO, with that reality series that they had a little bit, just like where you keep on blaming everybody else but not taking ownership for yourself. Keeps blaming everyone, but what about you in that mix? So
and now her and Nicole ain't together.
I heard about that too. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man, it's crazy stuff. But yeah, I don't even know what's coming up for AEW. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea. Like, Bryan Danielson, I think, is going to be fighting Moxley. That was really confused. That was a shock, though. I thought Darby was going to beat John Moxley, and get the match against Danielson at Wrestle Dream, because that's in Tacoma and Washington State.
Right.
Both Darby and Danielson are from Washington State, so I thought that would be that'd be the way that they go.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So now Moxley is going to fight Danielson. So I'm curious to see, like, that kind of threw me off a bit. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't see that one coming. You know what I mean? Retiring the FTW championship, Hook did that after he beat Roddy. That was a little emotional. That was a little cute. I saw like a little clip of it, of him hugging Taz, and Taz kind of like, Taz, wiping away a tear, as his son retired the FTW belt,
wiping a thug tear off.
Now AEW is just like, okay, we have one too many belts. Okay, right. Let's backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Other than that, I can't think of any like cool dirt sheets shit that I've read.
Uh,
Lucha Bros going to WWE.
hey, I'm curious how that's all gonna get packaged up. I'm excited for them. I think they're awesome, and they're kind of just lightly used, and they get so many pops, when you go to an event and you hear it on the TV, but then they just kind of played around with them. I think there's something special there that I,
And
I hope that WWE capitalizes.
Yeah.
right,
How about
and
you,
they're
UFC
trying to
style
do
man? You
something.
got some stuff too? You want
Yeah, I
something?
was saying, as
Yeah.
far as that's concerned, they're finally going to do something with Dragon Lee because it would be stupid not to put
Ooh.
him with
Oh
the Lucha
yeah.
Bros since like the real brother and everything. Um,
His
Motor
gear
City
was cool
Machine,
as shit on Monday.
yeah.
That gear. Whew.
Yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns they apparently have officially signed with WWE and going to NXT, so that's like official now. Apparently, no announcements were made, but you know how the dirt sheets work. So
Can't wait too many people over in NXT.
yeah, it's
Ooh.
Yeah.
well, you know what though? They've been faltering in their tag team scene in NXT. So that is probably the one move where I understand to really bolster, especially with them going to the CW, which
Mm.
has some unintended consequences. Like supposedly NWA is now disappearing from the CW because NXT is showing up. But with them going to the CW, they're really standing on their own. Like they are a product on their own.
Yeah.
Um, so
Not in the
they're
same
really trying to
network.
bolster to make a standalone product, which I understand.
Yeah. They're apparently going to do less live shows too,
Yes, I heard that too. Yeah,
to give wrestlers more breaks. But also NXT is going to be traveling now and not only at the PC.
right.
So they're trying to generate more revenue
Yeah.
by getting
Although there was
NXT
something
out there.
special about that, I can't lie. There was kind of
There,
something cool there.
there was,
Yeah.
I agree.
but at the same time, they're a business. They're
Yeah.
trying to make as much money as
Yep.
they can.
And
And if they're getting rid of live shows, this is the only other way to make revenue is to have NXT.
yeah, they make
Yeah.
money on the televised stuff. It's the house shows they were talking about decreasing.
Yeah,
And
that's what
I
I
was,
meant. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I understood what you meant.
Yeah.
But I heard them talking about like that's such a remnant of the territory era, especially when Vince had to do that to grow the brand. You don't need to grow the WWE brand anymore. And also that means that ticket prices are going to be going up too.
Yeah. But they do. But here's the thing, since it's a publicly owned company now,
Hmm.
they do have to show revenue and show profit
Right.
because their, stakeholders need to see
Hmm.
that it's generating more revenue. And that's the one shitty thing is
Yeah.
like, now like it's always been a business and now it's like now they really have to be a business and like drive merchandising and drive crossover and drive, more, bigger live events that are televised, and that's what NXT is going to do, while also giving the main roster more breaks from not doing house shows because that didn't really generate a lot of revenue for them.
Mm.
But yeah, it's going to get interesting here, especially when Netflix kind of pops up and to see what AEW is doing with WB and what that deal looks like. I've been hearing some more inklings about that as well, so I'm curious to see what that's going to be.
All right.
Um, but yeah,
Well, that leads us to close us out, man. We used to do this and we've kind of failed here and there on it. Let's throw some predictions out between now and the next time we record, gentlemen. We've got some dynamite. Well, no, we had the dynamite already. Then we got a rampage. We got
Collision,
rampage.
yeah,
We got
Rampage,
collision.
Collision.
We got SmackDown. We got Raw. By the next time we record, let's throw out some predictions. Uh, Sean, go ahead.
Yo,
What you
yo,
got?
yo,
What are
yo.
you predicting between now and next week? And or it doesn't have to be on. What do you think might come out on the dirt sheets? What other movement might we see? Because like we said earlier, we had the Bucks and Shane McMahon. With that post that wasn't on in a taped event. That was just the socials.
Yeah.
What could we possibly see, or what would you like to see?
I mean, like we said, the fifth anniversary of Dynamite's coming up. I can't remember if it's next week or the following. I know it's early October. So I definitely see if there's like a Shane thing happening, it's probably happening on the 5-year anniversary. because they want to make it big. They want to make it a
Yeah.
pop. And you hit that "here comes the money" shit, people will probably freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think that will probably happen. And then on the WWE side, I really want to see some development with the Naomi and Bailey tag team, because they've kind of been teaming up against Nia and Tiffy. Tiffy time.
Well, did you see the match where they both pinned? That was a
that was crazy.
Oh yeah. That was last week.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna
I
build
want
up
to see.
and
So remember
build into the rivalry.
my story that I've been pitching for like the past few months
Exactly.
is that inevitably Bailey and Naomi are going to fight Bianca and Jade for the titles, and then Bianca's going to turn heel because she hates Bailey so much, and they're probably going to attack Naomi after they beat them or something, and finally turn those two heel. And that will be Bianca's first heel turn. So I hope I get some more seeds planted, because like since the tag team belts can travel from brand to brand, I'm hoping we get like a little bit of more seeding of like Bianca being like, Naomi, why are you helping Bailey? Blah 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 blah. I'm hoping I get that, because if I get that, then I know what stories to come. You know what I mean? Like it just confirms what I want. So I'm waiting for that moment. I hope it's this Friday.
All right. Webster style, what you got? What do you think, or what would you like to see go down between now and next time we record?
The announcement of a new TV deal for NWA.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, some more representation of some of these other leagues out there.
Yeah, and just like I said, they're disappearing. All of the NWA stuff expires on the CW app as of the 1st, which is the day before NXT premieres. So I'm assuming they're going to announce they're going to be somewhere, even if it's back on YouTube. So
do you think that like a sci-fi would buy them up?
I don't think so. I don't think it fits what they're trying to do now. It's since they're such an old school sort of presentation, I don't know where they would fit on a major network nowadays, at least based on because everybody wants the WWE feel. Everybody wants the show and the pageantry and the spectacle, and that's not NWA.
Mm.
Great in person, but it doesn't translate like the others do on TV.
All right. Well, there you go. I don't really have one, so you can't turn it on me. I'm throwing it. I'm hosting this thing right now.
You don't have a prediction?
Man, I'm enjoying what we're seeing right now. So I just kind of want to please. There's nothing that. Yeah, there's nothing really specific. I'm just enjoying what we're getting at the moment.
What do you want from your girl Mercedes? What would you like to see from your girl Mercedes?
To be honest, man, like I'm happy for her that she's living her best life. She got 2 titles, but I don't like her at AEW.
Oh, did you see that she was on Breakfast Club?
Yes, I didn't see the actual interviews, but I know she had a whole press tour this past week.
She made a comment because they were talking about the McMahon documentary, and she was just like, yeah, Vince talked to me fucking wild.
Exactly.
And that's why I walked out of the company.
Yeah.
And I am so curious as to what the fuck he said.
Oh, true. Same. Like did he try to hit that?
What? Right.
Like, yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't put it past the brother, because come on now, look at her. But
no,
yeah,
fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That dirty dog, that dirty bitch.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Fuck that dude. Like,
fuck you, Vince McMahon. Yeah. But real talk, man. I'm happy for her. She's living her best life. There's something special with her, with Bianca, at WWE, with Bailey, with Naomi. All her girls are killing it over there. Like the people, she had a post, or Bailey had the post actually. They were all at the 49ers game this past weekend as of this recording. It was Bailey, Naomi, Tamina. That's why Tamina was top of mind. Sasha, and they were all kitted out in Niners gear. And as a Niners stan, I was like, let's go. And Layla Gray, Layla Gray is badass. She was the only one in non-gear. But it was cool to see them, that they're like a bunch of friends. And also we didn't like really put this out there because Layla Gray, she's kind of been, she's at OVW. She, now she's with the over at AEW a little bit with, Top Flight, but it was on the dirt sheets. She's working out at NJP at the dojo at New Japan over in California right now.
Yeah, she put pictures up about that.
She putting in work, bruh. So like, let's go, Layla. But yeah, man, I'm just like seeing that, and I'm like, I'm happy for you, but I'm bored with, ever since we had what happened where the Dynamite we went to and she didn't turn up. It's been like sliding down, dog. I love her, but it's just like, I need you back with my girls, back at WWE, back with, just.
We saw her at New Japan, the New Japan joint, and that was a great match.
It just wasn't there's something missing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the shine, the shine's kind of just faded a little bit. I don't know.
It's a pageantry. There's a different level of pageantry at WWE.
Yeah,
there just is. Like this. It seems like AEW is just like the B-list movie. You know what I mean? Like,
and my girl's like, a superstar, bro. Like, nah.
It feels like Tubi a little bit. It's like. Whoopsie, did I say that?
Yeah, dog.
Facts is
I don't know.
facts.
I love her. I'm live your best
life. It's entertaining, but the stories are still kind of like.
Yeah, dog. All right, let's get up out of here, man. So yeah, I would love her, but she ain't going nowhere right now. She getting her money right now. So, but that's what I'm just slightly disappointed in right now. So
yeah.
All right, Sean, talk about 8-Bit Review before we get up out of here and we'll throw the website.
Oh man, 8-Bit Review. No, stop looking. I didn't change my screen.
That was 8-Bit Review. Tell them what they missed out on. Yeah.
It was great. It was such a cool cabaret. We had pole performers, we had sword swallowers, we had a bunch of crazy stuff. We had some drag, burlesque. It was just a whole great show. All retro video game themed. It was really cool. We had a Bayonetta. We had some Mario stuff. We had some Sonic stuff. We actually had a Knuckles performer to Knuck If You Buck remix, like a remix of Knuck If You Buck.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was so good. It was such a great time. But our next show is Horrorgasm, and that's in October. So I'll change this up for the next recording. But yeah, Horrorgasm 3 is coming up. October 26th. So if y'all like horror and like sexy shit, come check it out.
Let's go. All right, there's my man Sean Mongold, my man over at Sartorial Geek, Mr. Webster Style. What you got going on over there, brother?
It's pretty much Baltimore Comic-Con. So I was at that this past weekend. So everything's already started to come out. Had just a straight vlog impressions is out. Cosplay is out. Also, my interview with Enrica Jang from Russell Media and the Edgar Allan Poe House is out. And then I think by the time this comes out, my interview with Al Manium and the Mecha Revolution will be out. So that's all I have now. Then my did a review of a fragrance, Notorieta by Maison de Darius, who's a local fragrance house here who I've been actually rocking with for the past 5 years. So it's great to see the evolution of my brother's brand over the past 5 years. So you're probably going to see a video every day for the next two and a half weeks with all the content we got.
Yeah,
but there's a lot coming. Stay tuned.
Putting in work. There you go. Shout out to my man Webster Style, my man Sean Mongold. There you go. Those are the brothers, and it's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Until next week, let's talk about everything wrestling in the comments below, y'all. So let's get up out of here. Let's get pinned in a 1, 2, 3. Yeet. We out. Peace, y'all.
You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you. Well, you're not gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring. I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
I'm gonna stretch his ass like it's never been stretched before. You can hide behind that commissioner stuff just so long until I jerk a knot in your ass.
And if you don't think I'm big enough, then you grab a hold of me, and you'll know that I'm growing, my man. Within your hands, I will get as big as I need to be to do the job on you.
All right, just jerk Helmsley off.
There's one part of our bodies that's soft, and it ain't soft all the time. If you catch my meaning, I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. Just you and I getting it on like two men should do.
Oh, no, that fits right.
Corey boy, and I'm coming hard.